Hello everybody, today we're looking at weakness policy. I'm going to show you, basically I'm going to read what it is that it does. I'm going to show you some testing with Snorlax and Charizard both. And then I'm going to go ahead and tell you which Pokemon I think it's going to be great at. So weakness policy, one of the new items. I think that this one's going to be huge for a few Pokemon. Insane for a few actually. Okay, let's read it though first. Increases the Pokemon's attack for a short time by a minimum of 2.5% when the Pokemon receives damage. The increase grows larger the more times damage is received. This stacks, okay? So far my testing has shown it stacks 5 times at level 2. We'll see if that changes at level 10. It gives you a base boost to HP and a base boost to attack. It's not much extra attack boost, but HP. So what are you thinking, right? What is this for? Choice Specs is for mages. The Razor Claw is for assassins. This is for bruisers. Tanky-ish bruisers. Who do you think of? Garchomp, Charizard, and playing a certain version of Snorlax. And so we're going to bring this in there and test it out, show you exactly how this item works. If you want to skip around, you've got the chapters in the bottom to do so. Let's get in though with Snorlax first. Okay, so here we are. We're going to show you basically, we're level 8. We have Yawn and Flail. This is the standard bruiser build for Snorlax. We're going to start taking damage. Look at the bottom right-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stacks right now of this item. 4 times 2.5, 2.5% per stack. That's 10% increased attack damage. Now, in case you do not know, Snorlax has a... I'm going to actually go ahead and find Snorlax's flat damage real quick. Snorlax's attack is normally... Scroll down, skim. 345, so times that by 10% is another about 35 attack. Now we use Flail, now we have even more, and now we're slamming like a madman. 703 was that final attack hit right there. 703 on a non-crit with Snorlax with 4 of these stacks going. What's important to realize though, we'll go ahead and stack up again. Hello, stack please. That this is a time-based thing. It's about, well, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 seconds. So you have to be in the middle of the fight basically to keep this stacking, right? And the reason why we've chosen Snorlax to test it first is because Snorlax's Flail combos really nicely into this. So you get some hits taken. 1, 2, 3. I also have a few other things like Muscle Band on top as well. So my third attack is a boosted attack here with Snorlax. Let's go ahead. We're going to take myself to level, just to test this properly. I'm going to go to level 15. Get everything upgraded. All right. So now my auto attack should do, my base without any additional attack would be 345. We're doing 365 on our basic attack, about 20 more because we have 20 extra attack. And then our total damage also included Muscle Band there as well, right? No crits. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use Flail. We're going to do, I want to wait. I have to wait. I was going to go off cooldown. I have to wait for this to reset real quick. We're going to Flail and then attack once. That, 1353. Okay, we're going to wait again. Wait for that to reset. I wanted to try to get some data here for you guys so you can see. Flail, that means increased attack damage. No crit. The basic attack damage was 994. We went from a 365 to 994 with Flail and this, and that's without any additional attack damage, right? So 994 is about what we're looking for. We're going to take... We got to lead this guy out a little bit. Get a little bit closer. One more. Okay, we're going to Flail. 1 attack. 1023. So about 30 more attack. 35 more attack. That's what we were saying about is what we're going to be seeing there from that increase. So 35 more attack. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot. I know it doesn't, and it definitely isn't. But the thing is this. In an actual fight with a Snorlax, you're taking this damage the whole time, and you're pushing it out the whole time. You saw right there our final attack right there with that extra amount of percentage, that 10% extra attack damage was actually 113. I wonder what happens. Would it be different if I went Flail first? It's tough though. It's tough to do that. I'm trying to think if I need Flail first. You ready? Flail, attack. We got to run over here. We have only a little bit. 994 with only 1 increase of percentage. Now, what is it without that? We had Flail, right? We have to wait. Oh, testing can be tough sometimes. Oh, we lost it. Okay, so the point is, Flail, without Flail, it's 725 here with all my extra attack damage. With Flail right here, boom, it wasn't actually that. 994, okay, so I didn't even have that 5% up. I'm trying to think if I have to have Flail up first. Here, we'll do this. Flail, followed by stacking. So, because I have some questions, right? And this is what we're testing here. Now we're going to run over with Flail and attack. 1, 0, 2, 3. Nope. Okay, no difference. So it doesn't matter if Flail is before or after. In fact, I can't even really be sure that it's scaling with Flail at all. It almost doesn't feel like it is. It doesn't feel like it's scaling Flail with that percentage as well. Because Flail gives you extra, right? Flail gives you a bunch of extra. We have to be in a fight where we are taking damage and here to really find out. So we'll have to learn in the long term. But undoubtedly, in a team fight, when you're constantly taking this damage and you're putting out a ton as Snorlax, this is going to be a lot of extra damage. And I like this item here for it. So there you go. There's some testing on Snorlax. We've kind of discovered we got about 10% buff to our attack stat, but it doesn't seem to be boosting the increased attack from Flail, which gives us a lot of extra attack. So it gives us a huge amount. Basic attack damage without Flail, 3, 6, 5. We're going to wait for that reset again. We're going to hit this Flail button, and with it, 994. So that means our basic attack has basically tripled, and we have not seen a tripling in the additional damage from this item. And so that's very, very interesting to see. Some more testing would have to be done, but that definitely kind of makes Snorlax useful still, but not as OP as we originally assumed. Everybody's going crazy for Snorlax with Flail and this weakness item, but I don't think it's actually that big of a difference because it's not scaling off his additional Flail damage that I can see. If it was, that instead of 35 additional damage, it'd be 90 additional damage per hit, and it's not that. So very interesting to see. Let's go ahead and try out Charizard. I want to see how it does with a more prolonged attack. Alrighty, welcome back. We're going to quickly just level us up to 15 so we can use our stat tracking to the best of our ability. We'll just take whatever we can. In order to get the stuff, we'll use, sure, Fire Punch and Fire Blast. That's my favorite combo at this time, but really what we're interested in is doing this test here. So here's our auto attack right there. Our basic attack damage was 1013. Total damage was a lot more than that, and so about 1,000, right? About 1,000 was our basic attack damage, which is really interesting because listed as the base damage for Charizard in on the stats pages is 463 for the standard attack. So we're getting a bit more than that. I attacked twice there. We actually definitely seemed like we got 463 that first one or closer. And we do have a bunch of extra attack happening from other features. Oh, crits. I forget that I could be critting in there. Basic attack right there, 613. Yeah, I'm critting, aren't I? There's always some crits happening. That's pretty crazy. Charizard feels really good right now. The extra crit from Razor, I wonder how that would kind of work with Charizard. But Charizard doesn't use moves like a lot of the other assassins do. Razor Claw is necessary for assassins. Let's go ahead and see how this works, though. It's going to be... let's do 5 seconds of attack versus 5 seconds of attack. Let's do 4, actually, because that's going to be the 3, because that's going to be the best way we can kind of counter it with while we still have that buff for most of the part. So we'll do 3 attacks, 3 seconds of attacks. Here, let me do this as properly as possible. I'm getting out my phone. That's what you hear in the background. Clock. I want stopwatch. 3 seconds is going to be tough, but we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, done. I think that, oh man, it kept on auto-attacking because I have it set to continually auto-attack. That's going to be tough. Easier said than done. Let's try this again. We have to wait for it to go away. We're just going to count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. You ready? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. All right, that was about 2 attacks we got off in that time. So we'll count just 2 attacks with the buff. 1, 2, 2, 8. And we're going to have to do a couple of these to get a good example because we are critting in the middle of some of these. All right, so we're stacking the bottom right-hand side. You can see we're stacking. We're stacking. We're stacking. 1, 2. 1, 2, 7, 7. Ooh, it's so tough to tell. It's so tough to tell what it's stacking off of. What my goal is here with this test is to see if it's going to stack for all the hits or just the first one. And it should be all of them because this is a flat attack damage boost. We should be expecting about 40 more damage per auto attack. I gotta get a little bit closer. He's gonna reset. Ah! Oh, come on, dude. 1, 2, 3. Get over there. 1, 2, and there were crits, but 1, 5, 3, 4. That's about a little bit close to what I was expecting. Because you're attacking multiple times. I think that this is going to be a really, really useful item here for Charizard. 10% increased stack damage for that period of time that you have that stacked, which during your fight with Charizard, you're pretty much in the middle of people, especially when you're ulting. With the ult, I think it's going to be insane damage. We'll test that in just a second here. But it definitely is feeling to me like that extra attack damage, which, by the way, would scale with the rest of the stuff too. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's try that out. Total damage from this move. 3, 6, 6, 7. All right, let's go stack up. Hello. Hit me. Thank you. Easier said than done. I should have brought a partner in here to help me with this. We're going to flash. We only had, well, we have 4. We had 4 stacks. I want to get as much of the stacking in there as possible. 3801. Wow. Okay, that's a difference. That is 100% a difference. Oh, okay. No crits or anything right there. All right, I think I found myself, I think the all-arounders are going to do really nicely with this item. Snorlax, not as much as I thought, so I'm really glad that I tested this. I think that Charizard may be coming back for vengeance here in this game. Let's do one more. We're going to go ahead and try to get an ult in, see how much damage we can pull with the ult. Like a full combo. We're going to do like a full combo here if we can. All right, we're about set with that. We're going to go 1. Oh, we didn't. There's no way we got that off while the ult was still going, while the additional damage was still going. The key is going to be this, right? Also, nicely done. They fixed it so that when you seismic slam, you're still in the air for a while with Charizard. Charizard's back in, guys. 27,000 total damage right there, and I didn't even have the buff for most of it. This is a game changer for a lot of these Pokemon. A lot of these sort of tanky bruisers have just gotten a huge buff with that. Let me real quickly read out. We'll do that in the next scene, actually. We're going to go ahead, end this testing, and go ahead and I'll tell you what I think this is going to work really well on. Let's do that. Okay, real quick before we begin on this, I just want to tell you guys which Pokemon have the highest attack, because this scales off of your attack, right? 10% of your attack. So the more attack you have, the more that's going to scale up. The highest in order, but this does not mean it's going to work for them. I'll tell you why when I get to them. Zayora, Talonflame, Absol, Garchomp, Greninja, Machamp, Charizard, Lucario, Cinderace, and then down to Gengar, Snorlax, Crustle, down. So basically, those first 10 or so that I listed are the ones that would get the most percentage benefit from this, but some of them are not going to work as well as others. Let's go through. Venusaur, no, never. Charizard, 100% yes. If this isn't a must on your next Charizard build, I think you're missing out on something big. That was at level 10, so it even gets higher percentage increase than that. But Charizard is going to wreck with this. With this and maybe like a amplifier for your ult. Your ult could be doing so much damage, I don't even want to think about it. And they fixed the ult too, which is really nice. Blastoise, no, never. Pikachu, no, don't. Ninetales, no. Machamp, yeah, I think probably you absolutely can get a lot of value from Machamp here. He's going to be in the fight, not as much as Charizard in my opinion. He's a little bit more on the burstier side, a little bit squishier than a Charizard. But I think Machamp can 100% benefit very nicely from this, especially while clearing the jungle. Not even to mention the jungle. I didn't even talk about that. Clearing the jungle is going to be a lot faster if you can get between your camps fast enough. Slowbro, no. Blissey, probably not. Then again, I've done some pretty weird Blissey builds, but Blissey does have a fairly low base auto attack, so I don't think it'd be the best for Blissey. Mr. Mime, no. Snorlax, decent, but surprisingly not as good as I thought. Please, if somebody finds out, if there's testing done on this and there's a way to make it so it does scale off of your increased damage from Flail, let me know. But all of my testing there indicated to me, and you guys saw it, that the Flail damage, the increase in attack and auto attack that Flail gives you as Snorlax, does not scale with this. Otherwise, he'd have the highest attack in the game, and he didn't. So, very interesting. Crustle, probably not terrible on Crustle, to be honest, because he's in the fight for so long. If you build more of a bruiser Crustle, I think he'd be fine with this. So, I'd say yes on Crustle, situationally. Greninja, no. Even though Greninja has a lot of attack damage, Greninja dies when he takes damage. You don't want him taking a lot of damage, and this is all about taking damage and surviving it. So, no, I would say no to Greninja. I'd say no to Zayora. I would say no to Cinderace. Eldegoss. Don't even kid me. Absol again. No, Absol is an assassin. Doesn't have a lot of time to take damage without dying. Lucario, 100% yes. Lucario is very much of a sustained fighter. In, out, shield, shield, shield. So yes, I think that it would be really nice on Lucario. Cramorant, not at all. Gengar, no. Gardevoir, no. Garchomp. Yep. There are 2 builds for Garchomp now. You have Assassin Garchomp, which uses Razor, and it makes everything except for his ult really strong. His ult does not benefit from Razor Claw, but the rest of it does, and he can really crit heavy and hard as a Assassin Garchomp now. And the other build is going to be Tanky Bruiser Garchomp, putting some health on him, putting some sustainability on him, and then putting this on him, getting him in the middle of the fight and never stopping. This will scale with your ultimate as a Garchomp, and you will do insane amounts of damage. You have 495 base, which means at level 10 you're getting an additional 50 attack, 50 attack flat whenever it's stacked up to 4, and that's going to scale with all of your ultimate abilities, which scale heavy with his attack. So 100% very good on Garchomp if you're going for a tankier bruiser build. Talonflame, don't even think about it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. We've tested this item. I've learned so much about it. Hopefully you have too, and I would 100% sit here and say to you, it is not what I thought it was. This is a bruiser, a tank and bruiser dream right here, this item. I would grab it with anybody who's basically has a basic attack higher than Lucario for sure, and is a bit of a tankier person. So Machamp, Charizard, Lucario, I like it on all those 3. Snorlax is okay on. Crustle, I think it can be good on, but I think there could be other better ones depending on your playstyle for him. And that's basically what I'm looking at here for the most part. I really like the idea of it being on Garchomp, so I'm going to test that out next. I think Garchomp is going to come back in a big way. Garchomp was always good if you knew how to use him. And now with these items, he's going to be insane. Watch out for Garchomps, guys. He's not as weak as he used to be. All right. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned something. Leave a like and all that stuff if you did. Subscribe. I'm going to be doing lots of this gameplay. I am enjoying this new stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.